4.
Trae Young. Trae Young.
Trigger Trey.
Trey Daddy.
Trigger Trey.
See, for me, I do these things without being biased. Ben Simmons ain't on my list. You know what I mean? The Brody was low. That's my guy. His guy, he trying to put above Trey. Pee Wee can't do it. Damian Lillard is 4th.
Whoa.
Okay.
Damian Lillard is 4th on my list.
Okay.
Whoa.
That's how we rocking.
Whoa. I did not see that coming at all.
I didn't see that shit either.
Is that there's some unbiasedness in this. Like,
I looked at his list. Damian Lillard is 1. But no, I have Damian Lillard at 4.
Wow. Look, now I'm being a person that I don't want people to be. You got him at 4, and when Blank should be at 3. I thought we was gonna have a consensus number 4 at Trae Young.
When you say consensus, I thought all the same guys.
Oh, we're gonna have all the same guys. At least I fucking hope.
Oh,
that
you
these
thought
dudes
they had
ain't
the
left.
order?
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
no.
I just meant for number 4 in general.
Oh no. Damian Lillard is number 4 for me. And I'm okay with saying it. I don't give a damn. Damian Lillard is 4. The 3 guys I have above, they deserve to be where they at. And maybe Damian Lillard needs to request a trade so he can move up in my list. Because the Portland shit, I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it, and I feel like it's holding him back because it's only so many years you have of your prime where you can give a team 55 But come on, man, losing to the Nuggets without Jamal Murray, that shit is like Ben Simmons. It's just a bad look going into the season, even when you do have his.
I can't put that on him. I can't put that on him.
You can't put. Nobody's putting it on him. But no matter how y'all try to slice up that cake,
no matter 55,
did he average 55?
No, but that man was trying to will the ass to you.
He was.
Bro, when you pass your ball to a teammate finally, and that man step out of
bounds,
bounds,
big shoe. Bro, that last 3 minutes of regulation in overtime, his ass was unguardable. There was nothing you could. He had 6 threes.
No, he was.
Austin Rivers was praying for him to miss.
That was he missed it. Austin Rivers
that was a great performance. That was a great performance, but it wasn't enough.
And it's I don't know.
Right.
I just can't put it on him.
I'm not putting on him.
Oh.
But he lost.
He did.
Yeah. So shit.
This is his counting stats in that series: 34.3, 10 assists, 4 rebounds.
Amazing.
45% from 3, 46 from the field.
The 45% from 3 is great because you know how deep
value.
You know how deep and contested those
and he took him with value. Hey, a lot of the guys at this point gonna have great counting stats. All of them are gonna have. You want me to pull up Steph Curry counting stats?
No,
it's gonna be magnificent. Am I putting up Luka Doncic?
Steph Curry don't even have counting stats.
Am I putting up? If I'm putting up Luka Doncic,
Steph Curry is Steph Curry. He don't need no damn. I don't need to know nothing.
And don't get me started on Trigger Trey. His shit gonna be magnificent. He just took a team to a spot none of us picked them to go to. So I'm fine with having Damian Lillard.
They were the underdog in every series.
They were the underdog
every series.
Even though I picked them in that first series.
It's quiet as fuck in here.
Yeah. That's a legendary moment. If Trae Young retired today, he's still a fucking legend for that moment alone. He went in Madison Square Garden and said, "It's quiet as fuck."
Did y'all see it was one post?
Let's start with the point guards. Let's get right into it.
10.
Number 10.
Goran Dragic.
Kyle Lowry. Goran Dragic as well.
I had Rozier.
And give me the reason for Terry Rozier being a top 10 point guard.
As a backup.
The way he before he performed at the end of last season was amazing. He dipped in the playoffs a little bit, but I seen the light.
So you seen the light, which makes it seem like you base your list on potential. If you've seen the light,
I base it on what he was doing.
No, you cannot. It had to be potential. Just be a little honest. You did potential because
he's 23, 24 years old.
Honestly, if you look at it, it looks like potential. But I'm going off.
There's no way in hell you think he outperformed with Dragic.
Goran Dragic was an all-star last year. He led us into the playoffs. Literally,
he snuck in there.
He was a reserve.
I'm interested to see who you left off this list.
That made Goran Dragic.
That's right.
At 21, we have Ben Simmons.
Oh sheesh.
Yeah, you had him very, very high.
Where he needed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Well, I don't
Where do
know.
y'all have him? I'll wait to say where I had him when y'all say y'all.
I think I had him around 22 to 25 range.
Yeah, I think I had him around there too.
I had him 15th.
Ben Simmons is a very good player, but he has the tools to be like a great player. But I think he just hasn't reached that potential yet.
Was 15th on somebody else's list. Me having Ben Simmons 15 on the list.
Both are high as hell. He has tools, but we want
That's
him
what I'm saying.
to.
He's got to just
use
learn
them.
how to utilize it.
Right. Mm-hmm. I can't have him go 2 quarters where he doesn't do Ben Simmons things.
Yeah.
I don't know. We saw that in the playoffs where, like, when the pace slows down, he kind of just sits around.
And also, it depends on the matchup. It depends on the matchup.
He needs to find himself in that
We've
playoffs.
also seen him take over shit and come out and have monster games when, like, Joel Embiid ain't playing. We've seen him, like, say, okay, he ain't playing. I got to turn my shooter to another level and come out and dog from the start.
Exactly. That's why I need to see that aggression. I want to see that most of the time.
We want that knob all the time.
And being there.
You're right. So
I'm just trying to correlate those two. I'm not saying they have a problem together, but it's different when he comes on the court and knows I don't have. Here's a guy that's 20 shots is not open for me because he's not here. Mm-hmm. That's like the more the ball in my hand because he's not in there posting up, holding the ball. That's just more of me. And yeah, I agree with y'all though, because if Joel Embiid is going to be there, which they're going to play together, he has to be able to have that mindset with him being out there. So I agree with y'all on that point.
I'm very interested, right? I think Derek had Ben Simmons pretty low.
I did.
What do you have?
32.
Oh,
32.
Sheesh.
He almost had a walk.
32.
He can stay on the court
I got Hayward at 9 too.
because he could definitely be higher, but
Definitely.
He's higher for me. My number 9 is DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan, an absolute bucket. I love that he is on my Chicago Bulls. I am super happy with the fact that we picked him up this season.
Yeah, we got some crazy lists up here.
But the reason why he is
Crazy different, I meant.
the reason why he is lower on my list is his defense has been god awful for the past 4 or 5 years. There's nobody else on my list that has as bad of his defense as DeMar DeRozan. You can make an argument that he was the 4th clutchest player in the league last year, which is true. We can't wait to have that in Chicago. But he's a player that you always need to surround him with good defensive players to be successful. If you look at his entire career, the team is better with him off the court. That has to say something when you've been on a couple different teams. But I'm super happy to have him in Chicago. I think he's going to be an absolute great pickup for us. But as of right now, I have him as the 9th best small forward in the league.
I don't know. I got him a lot higher than 9th about DeMar DeRozan. I don't know. I like what all you said, but I think there's more you can add to it.
yeah.
We are number 7.
Yeah.
This is where I had OG Anunoby. The two-way ability of him is so fucking ridiculous that I had to recognize it. I don't know if he's on any of y'all lists.
Not on my list.
Not on my list. I considered him though.
He just his two-way ability is so ridiculous. Being one of the best perimeter defenders in the league, and the offense is coming together more and more every single season. He is the guy, like if I was ranking small forwards as far as defensively, he's got to be like number 3 behind like Kawhi and maybe Mikal Bridges. Maybe he might be beating. No, he definitely beating Mikal Bridges. He's that nice defensively.
He's got more size to him
for sure.
Mikal.
And he's putting the ball on the floor more and more every single season. The games played is a thing for him as well. Not on the Gordon Hayward level, but the last couple of seasons he haven't been able to stay healthy. But when he is on the court, the team is so much better. It's so much better. He knows his role and he plays it pretty well.
I mean, he wasn't on my list, but I can't really argue OG being like in that range of top small forward, or on that bottom list of top small forwards, because but he's always just got that, like, he can take that extra step and be that good.
He's solid.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have him over the Jeremy Grants in the world or shit, but he's solid.
Yeah. Especially not DeMar DeRozan.
He's talking to you now.
Yeah, he is
I'm not talking to KB now. He made that direct to you. Get in y'all bag. Go ahead. Me and Mike said,
I'm not going to slander DeMar DeRozan. I'm just going to talk highly of OG Anunoby. I think the defenses matter so much in his game, and I can't say the same about DeMar. That's all.
That's fine. I mean, I can't really argue that. DeMar DeRozan's never been a defensive guy. But offensively, I know he can carry a hell of a load.
Hell yeah.
To 38 wins. Hell yeah, he could.
You said what?
To 38 wins.
DeMar DeRozan has had.
That's more than OG carry you too.
But that's not what you're expected of him, right? That's not what you're expected of an OG Anunoby type player.
So you're expecting DeMar DeRozan to carry you to deep playoff?
I was fucking around with that.
Oh.
But the expectation of OG Anunoby.
That was a good rebuttal.
Yeah.
The expectation of OG Anunoby. Yeah, I agree. I did a good job there. The expectation of OG Anunoby is to guard your best player and shut his ass down, hit some shots, put the ball on the floor, dunk on some motherfuckers every once in a while. And he's only, 24 years old at this point. So he continues to get better.
All right.
That's my argument. But I'm not saying you're wrong for having DeMar higher.
Hey, DeMar DeRozan's job every night is to give you 24 points a game with almost 7-8 assists.
DeMar DeRozan is a tough one to rank, just because the years with San Antonio hasn't been as loud as some of his other years, but I think he's grown as a basketball player. which to me is the most important thing. And I think it's going to be on full display with the Chicago Bulls team. I think they're just such a well-rounded roster that it'll allow him to be exactly who he is. You know what I mean? I think it's a lot of players like that on y'all team, like who went in there and learned how to facilitate at a high level. He stuck to his guns, playing his game. You know, this 3-point Citrus game, he don't care, and I respect it and I like that. And I think it's underrated to a sense with DeMar DeRozan. You know what I mean? The fact that we even talking about him and OG Anunoby, y'all was just like, that's to me is disrespectful. That y'all even just did that in all seriousness.
You was the reason. You was instigating.
Yeah,
we didn't have to do that.
Some funny shit.
DeMar DeRozan, bro, I love DeMar DeRozan.
Y'all really
bro.
start going into it too. It's just like, come on, man. OG Anunoby and DeMar DeRozan is not in the fucking same sentence.
Part of me wanted to put aside what I thought might have been slight bias.
Get to him on my list.
So you 8. What's your 8?
Yeah, drop your 8, Derek.
Spicy P. I had him at number 8. I wanted to see a little bit more. I feel like all the guys above him are more established, and I've seen more consistency from them. I feel like
You
he's
say
good.
that often, right?
Yeah.
I want to see more. What more do you want to see?
Mm-hmm.
Like
I want to see him in
specifically.
his number one option type role.
Is that him though?
But
That's what I want to see.
That's what he
So
has to
everybody
do,
else
yeah.
above him on your list, is their number one option.
No. Most of them have been there on their career.
So you taking into consideration everything they've done in their lifetime instead of like the last season or two.
Yep.
Okay.
Then why is Paul Millsap not on your list?
He is on my list.
Oh,
He was like, he was an honorable mention on my list.
he was not mentioning for me too. So okay, so that means you ain't got like Aaron Gordon. I mean, you ain't got like John Collins.
No, I don't.
Who did Derek?
I had Millsap at 7.
Okay.
Give me
Just
the
because
case
of the
for
simple
Millsap.
fact that defensively he kind of holds that Denver team together.
True.
And he was kind of the reason why they were a legit playoff team, because the year they didn't have him, they missed the playoffs.
Yeah.
And the year they had him, now they're the second seed.
Can I ask you a question?
No.
And is this, just a simple question. Is there anything that Paul Millsap did last year that Pascal Siakam didn't do? Because, I mean, even from a statistical point, I don't see anything he did.
No, he didn't. I'm not going to lie.
Personally, me. You have every right to put him on your list. But personally, for me, it's not nothing he did better than Aaron Gordon. It's not nothing he did better than Pascal Siakam, Lauri Markkanen, John Collins. And those guys are young. Those are guys, like, they right there. I'm interested to see what both of them do. And I hope everybody else has the same top 2. Or no, y'all
We
got
gotta hit out
I had Pascal at 3.
Okay.
I had Tobias at number 3.
You might not have Giannis at 1, the way your list is.
Tobias at 3.
Yeah, just because of the simple fact that he's now going into a role where he's going to have the ball more with Jimmy and J.J. Redick going.
Who's your 4?
Oh, Draymond Green.
And then your 5 was K Love.
Yep.
And Tobias Harris is your 3. Okay.
We just discussed everything, so I guess you would just go to 3 if you have your 4th already.
I gave my 4.
Okay.
It was Oladipo. My number 3 is CJ.
Oh, your bias is coming through in this one. Yeah. give me your argument for him over Depot or him over.
It was just simply just injury. I would have Oladipo there.
And who was your 4? I mean, who's your 5?
Drew Holiday.
What's your argument for him over Drew Holiday?
So your top 5 from backwards, not leave your 2, but at 5, 4, and 3 are who?
CJ, Oladipo,
No,
Drew Holiday.
5, 4, and 3.
So it'd be CJ Oladipo. Then wait.
No, it's Drew Oladipo.
Oladipo,
CJ.
I mean, I feel like all 3 of those players, you can like flip them either way, and
flip
it's
CJ
fine.
kind of lower, a lot lower than that.
Same with Drew. I don't think Drew is the top 5. But go ahead.
Make your argument.
For why he's number 3?
Yeah, why you have him so high?
I think it's maybe just like a recency bias, and maybe it's just the simple fact that I feel like he's just a very solid shooting guard. So I just feel like he deserves that number 3 spot, in my opinion. But y'all don't have to agree with it.
We don't have to, and we won't.
Devin Booker.
Damn. I think the top 2 is like the normal consensus.
Who's your 2?
Harden and Paul George.
Why
Who's
you
your
just
2?
Why you give your 2? He's still in your
You got to look and see which one is your 2.
James Harden was my number 2. I had forgot.
Are you serious?
What?
Are you
James
serious?
Harden is your number 2?
I had Paul George at number 1.
Why?
But listen,
he lying, bro.
but
He
listen.
lying. Check his list, P. He lying, bro.
Show the list.
Ain't no way he
Are you
got
serious?
James Harden
I
number
can't
1.
even tell if you're dead ass right now.
Paul George?
Make your
Okay,
argument.
yeah. Let me hear this.
Because you know what? We didn't have the same reaction. when P put Trey over Dame. So
But no.
let's hear him out. Let's hear him out.
Okay.
Let's hear him out.
Okay.
Honestly, I just really liked what I saw from Paul George in those playoff series. Like, the dude put his team on his back even when Kawhi went down.
For me.
James Harden, he was injured the entire playoff series. He was injured throughout the regular season. Like, they never even got a full season of them three even playing together.
Can you talk more about Paul George?
Yeah, but Paul George, he's literally showed you that he could put his team on his back even at the most crucial times.
He fucked around being MVP
and
candidate
still
this
win
year, right?
games. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Damn near.
Yep. Got his team to the conference finals.
James Harden's like the third greatest shooting guard of all time.
He is.
Yeah, when you came here later than us,
Which I'm happy that he did, by the way.
yeah, and I'm happy too. And we were literally just casually talking, and we wasn't talking about our list, but we all was saying that James Harden is like not even close.
Right.
to
The conversation was like, I came in here and I was like, man, I wish we was doing tier lists because it's easier to do a tier than it is to do a ranking.
Yeah.
And we were just saying that James Harden isn't in a tier of his own. And then we would have Paul George, Donovan Mitchell, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker.
Yeah, go like the James Harden by himself.
And then all the real good all-stars. And then like the second tier all-stars, which is Jaylen Brown, Zach LaVine. And I put Shea, but P says Shea would be in a tier below that. But either way, it felt like a consensus that the number one. I feel like number one might be the same across all of our boards on every single. Actually, no, centers might be different.
Shooting guard is different.
Shooting guard is different, but I felt like shooting guard was going to be the same way. I felt like just James Harden was just leagues above everyone.
What the fuck James Harden do? That should speak for himself, bro. I don't got to argue. You can look at what that man done in the 40-point games, triple doubles. Like, I don't know. He's literally like, he's an offensive guru.
Mm-hmm. And you know how much I love Paul George. But
I'm happy Paul George had this season, though.
Me too.
Because he was not here going into last season. I don't even think he would have been on the shooting guard list either way. But
you funny.
He wouldn't have been here.
No, he was like, oh, hold on. You said, you got to look? I was thinking the same thing. He like, you got to
He
look.
just named the two players.
Right. The rest of us have Paul George 2 and James Harden 1.
Yeah.
For clarity. That's the top 10 shooting guard list. Wow. All right, now I need me and Mike to have that moment, that controversial moment, because y'all done did it on that side. That's our turn. We got to figure something out for small. Is LeBron a small forward? Because he might not be number one on my fucking list.
He's a small forward.
Yeah, that's my controversy. Tune in to next episode to hear it. You hear me? Top 10 list, man. You love to see it. That's why I love basketball.
That was way more controversial than my shit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad you did it.
We'll let the people decide.
I'm glad you did it because who give a fuck about what anybody over there saying?
Hey,
Derek said don't tweet him.
So you telling
James
me
Harden burner.
we going into next season? You got the first pick. You can pick between Paul George and James Harden. You're picking Paul George?
no, I'm going James Harden.
Yeah. Go talk, yeah. Go talk, yeah. Go talk, my nigga. It's go talk.
Go talk. Go talk. Go talk, my nigga. That's go talk.
Go talk. Go talk. Go talk, my nigga. It's go talk.
Go talk. Go talk. Go talk, my nigga. It is go talk.